Top of the morning, It's your boy Tommy Brown. So it was asking me to talk about, why do these rappers feel it's so necessary that they express to everyone that, they are from the hood, they are a part of these gangs, and for them to, talk about how they are, really with it and facts and how come, they always, parade that narrative that, it's about the violence in the community and all that kind of stuff, as though, that's a badge of honor, something to be proud of, as if that's not doing a negative, to their community. Like, why is that so, right? So I'm gonna speak to you on this subject. It's not gonna be from some professionals' point of view where it's cut and diced up, and they don't really get it. You know what I'm saying? And that's real. They don't really get it. They caught up in some other shit, some politics, right? So you have to understand that when a guy's talking about, he's really with it, he's really boots on the ground and shit. The thing you have to understand about the black community is you're not really considered, and this is my take, right? And I don't want to offend no black folks, a lot of black folks, or get a wrong impression out there about black folks. But, in that community a lot of times, in large part actually, you're not really considered a black man if you're not a criminal, right? And then on top of that, if you work for the system in any kind of way, shape, fashion, or form, where it has to do with reporting or anything of that nature, you are considered a house Negro. And for those of you who don't know, a house Negro is that Negro who during slavery lived in the slave master's house, who was well fed, well taken care of, and he reported on, the blacks for his own benefit and gain. He even identified with, the slave master, if you will, right? So the worst thing you can be in the black community is a house Negro. You notice that, often in these rap songs or when you hear black folks speak today, like Lil Boosie and all them, they talk about no snitching, right? They're really adamant about that, no snitching, right? And people wonder why the likes of Lil Boosie and them, or they're so adamant about that, right? I don't even really think they know the depths of it and shit, but they're so adamant about that kind of shit is because, during slavery, black folks didn't have opportunities, right? At one point during slavery, black folks couldn't even learn how to read. That was illegal, right? And then after they lifted slavery, black folks didn't have much to do. The system said, we ain't fucking with them. We ain't giving them no jobs. We ain't giving them no health benefits. We're not giving them no loans. We're not giving them nothing. We're not messing with them. So anything the black folks really did it was considered to be a crime. So even if shooting dice, to put money, to put food on the table, that itself was a crime because you weren't paying taxes on that situation, right? So, and as history progressed, right, black folks, they wasn't provided the opportunities that other folks was having, so they had to do what they had to do to feed their family, and a lot of times that was criminality, and then they had to band together and, to preserve and to protect what they had from the other blacks up the street who were, desperate and just trying to put food on the table too to feed their family. So they become a gang, if you will. So when you're talking to these black folks today, or when you listen to this music today, what they're talking about is, look, I'm from the trenches, I'm from this culture, this is what it is. We created our own thing within that thing. It's what we understand, and we understand that it may not be all positive and beautifully formed and crafted, but you have to understand that I'm really boots on the ground. I'm a part of that. That's what I'm bred from. That's how I, interpret the world, and I ain't no snitch. I ain't no house Negro just because I made it, right? Because a lot of times people interpret that the fact that you are successful now, you sold somebody out, or you working with that system, you're a house Negro, or you're fake. Think about the Tekashi 6ix9ines and shit like that. To us, that's a house Negro. That's a fake person, right? And so they convey it to you like, don't get it twisted. I'm willing to risk everything on the fact that, that I'm no house Negro, right? I put that out there. And see, we got a lot of people who, in the black community, especially like in the 70s, they were anti, you read. You'd be on your own parents would be like, why are you reading that? You trying to be white. You want to go to school, they'd be like, well, why do you want to be white? You're trying to be whitewashed, right? And you have to understand that with education, black folks be afraid a lot of times. They be afraid that that's brainwashed. You're gonna cause me to see the world the way white folks see the world, and then I'm gonna be affecting my people in a negative way, which is gonna be, a brainwash. And we have examples of that today. We got the high courts, you know what I'm saying? We got judges, we got We got celebrities that I want to mention and stuff that does that kind of thing, right? You see sports commentators, who are of my complexion, saying anti things as if they not black themselves. So a lot of people are afraid of that. You don't want to be a house Negro. You don't want to be recognized as that. And so what you do is you come out, you say, yeah, I made it, but don't get it twisted. I'm from the trenches. I'm from the dirt. I'm from the grind. I'm from that culture, right? And it's going to take black folks to snap out of it in order to better that situation so that they community can be better, right? And so that they can have better results and circumstances for themselves, because we'll take that narrative or that pressure that has been placed on us, and we'll make it our own and claim it as our own and develop things within that thing that'll be a very negative and be to our detriment. And we would push forward with that, and we would have minor successes and slow progresses over the generations and whatever the case may be, to a point to where we appear to be successful. But the larger picture is that you are a part of the system. You are affecting your own people in a way by the system in a negative way, and we just don't be realizing that stuff. So we just have to sharpen up and tighten up our hand and be able to have leaders who are really, really for the people and really with exposing the truth behind certain things and giving us a perspective that's deeper than what we realize, so that we can be awakened and push forward in a respectful, decent manner.